After scrolling through TikTok and IG Reels for hours, you're gonna come across tens of different side hustles that you should start. You literally have creators on there starting a new hustle every single week, and they seem to be making a ton of money off of them. It just makes it seem a little too easy. While you have all these different creators telling you can make money pressure washing, selling solar, or walking dogs, it's going to be hard to figure out what direction you want to approach. I want to clear up any confusion that people might have in starting side hustles in 2023 and going into 2024. And I want to share with you the #1 most beginner-friendly side hustle anybody can start right now with really little investment up front. Now, I'm sure 99% of you have heard of Amazon FBA and how you can make money with it, but you probably only know of the old school way of doing Amazon from 2017 and 2016. That is purchasing products from China, like Alibaba, purchasing them, putting your own label on it and sending it into Amazon and creating your own brand. While this is a great way to, make money on Amazon, it's also not a beginner friendly way, and you're almost set on losing money initially. This way of selling on Amazon is called private label, and the learning curve to this is so much higher than the one that I'm going to share with you guys today in this video. With this business model, you don't need to create any listings, you don't need to run any advertisements, you don't need to create a product. We're taking all of that out and simplifying the whole process. The big thing with this business model is leveraging other big name brands. Think about big brands like Febreze, Colgate, Arm & Hammer, products that you're going to be purchasing from Walmart and Target, products that every single person in this country needs. And more of these people are not going to Walmart and Target. They'd much rather sit on their phone or their computer and order them to their house because Amazon is delivering it within a couple hours. This business is going to continue to grow and grow and grow. Just think about it yourself. You see more and more people going into stores purchasing these kind of things, or more people having them delivered to their house. It's pretty self-explanatory. Now, luckily for us, we can capitalize on these big brands and we can take a piece of the pie. Even a 0.5% of the pie is a ridiculously large number. Now, you're probably wondering, how are we going to actually be purchasing these products? Well, there are a couple different ways of doing so. We can purchase products on clearance or discounted prices and then, mark them up for retail on Amazon, or we can go directly to the wholesalers or the brands and purchase through them in large quantities, typically on pallets or truckloads. Now, that method wouldn't really work for a complete beginner, and it's a lot more cash heavy, so you need a lot more money to invest, and it's going to be more risky because you're taking on more risk with more product. Now, the strategy that I suggest to all my students is the online arbitrage model. The barrier to entry is so low. I have 15-year-olds pumping out 10K a month in revenue, and once you see just how fast these kind of products actually move on Amazon, trust me, you're going to be hooked. Making an extra $1,000 a month your very first month is completely realistic. And if you don't believe me, 2 years ago when I started this, I did $10,000 my very first month. It wasn't even a full month, and that was an extra $2,500 in profit in my wallet just from starting this business. Since then, I've been able to scale well over 7 figures every single year, and I've implemented other new strategies. And now you might be wondering how we're actually going about finding these products to sell on Amazon. And there are countless different ways of doing it. Everyone has their own specific way, but 2 methods really stand out to me, and the 2 most powerful ones that I think new beginners can use because they're so easy to replicate and it's so effective. The first method is to use the Rakuten website. I'm not sure if you're familiar with what Rakuten is, but it is a cashback system where essentially it's an extension for Google. And whenever you go to a website like Walmart or Target, you can activate 2-3% cash back and you get cash back for all your purchases. It's really powerful to use this for all your purchases, but that's not what we're going to use it for in this situation. In this situation, we go to Rakuten.com and we look through their hot deals tab. On their hot deals tab, you're going to see all the top discounts for that week from various different sites. For example, they might have Walgreens on a 25% off store-wide sale. We can then go into Walgreens.com and look through everything and try and replicate those items to Amazon, see if we can find the same product that Walgreens offers and have it on Amazon as well. We then take the discounted price and see if we can make profit on Amazon. This is a really good starting point because usually these promos are exclusive to the website, so the promos don't carry over to Amazon. And the next method is so overpowered. It's literally the method that I used for my first 6 months. I literally didn't even do anything else except for this. The method is called reverse sourcing or storefront stocking. So if you think about any other business models out there, the easiest way to become successful is to replicate someone that's already, doing it successfully. That's what you see with drop shipping, and it's what you see with most typical businesses. Sure, you can go ahead and create the next Uber, but that's not really realistic here. Most people are using someone else's ideas with a little twist in it. With the reverse sourcing method, we're utilizing other sellers' hard work and we're going to try and capitalize off of what they've been able to produce. Now let me try and explain this in a way that's really easy to comprehend. You pull up other sellers' stores on Amazon, you look through the products that they're currently selling, and then we're going to go and try and find those products ourselves at a profitable price. If they're selling that product currently, then chances are they're making money on it. You know, it's not always the case, but it's a pretty good chance, which means we can also go ahead and sell that same product because there's no reason why we can't find it where they were able to find it. And the beauty with this method is once you find one profitable product, that literally opens the door to a bunch of other sellers on that same listing. So it goes like find product, 10 sellers, look through 10 sellers, find product from here, another 10 sellers, find product from here, another 15 sellers. It's literally an endless abyss of sellers. So you can see just how quickly you can snowball this into new products. It might be a little tricky to find the first, but once you find the first, it's literally just a domino effect and you can completely ride it. Now, it is a simple method, but it's not as simple as it sounds. There are things you need to implement with these sourcing methods and softwares to use that are really going to help speed up the process and bump the learning curve. Tools like SellerAmp and Keepa make doing this a breeze. But when it comes down to validating a product and making sure that it's, passes everything we need to make sure it stays profitable and doesn't come down and lose money on, well, those are things you need to consider when doing this. Now, I just wanted to make this video to introduce this idea of selling on Amazon because I'm sure most people haven't heard about this way. It was completely foreign to me a couple years ago, and I couldn't believe that I didn't hear about it any sooner. When I tell people that I sell on Amazon, pretty much 95% of them just assume that I'm doing private label. So the typical average person has no idea that this even exists. But it's not going to be like this forever. So if you're looking to get on the Amazon train and sell this way, I would recommend starting as soon as humanly possible. And if I'm a complete beginner to making money online, this is by far the most basic, beginner-friendly, low cost of entry thing you can do. I hope this video was informative and introduced you to a brand new topic you've never heard about. If you want to have a chat with me about selling on Amazon, you can book a free call down below. It'll be 10 minutes so we can talk about a couple different things. Also, join the free Discord. There's over 500 members in there. If you have any other random questions, you can ask. Everyone in there is awesome and they'll help you out. The opportunity to make a bunch of money on Amazon is there if you're doing it correctly.